When the lights went out for 72 hours straight, I watched my unprepared neighbors literally fight over the last pack of batteries at a gas station. That's when I realized most people are one power outage away from complete chaos. What's up, everyone? The average American faces over 8 hours of power outages annually, and that number keeps climbing. With our aging infrastructure, extreme weather, and increasing cyber threats, it's not about if you'll face a major blackout, it's about when. Today, I'm breaking down the 8 critical supplies that separate those who thrive during blackouts from those who barely survive. These aren't just my opinions. These are battle-tested essentials that kept my family comfortable during multiple extended outages. Stick around because I'm sharing my secret blackout strategy that most people completely overlook. Number 1. Water storage and purification systems. Here's a terrifying fact. Your body shuts down after just 3 days without water. Yet during the Texas freeze, families went nearly a week without running water. The CDC updated their guidelines this March. You need 1 gallon per person per day, minimum. In hot weather, or if you have medical conditions, double that amount. But here's the kicker. University of California study found 78% of Americans don't even have a 3-day water supply. Are you one of them? Forget those flimsy milk jugs that break down and leach chemicals. The smart money is on BPA-free water bricks. These stackable containers are space efficient and last for years. I've got 12 stashed in my garage right now. On a budget? Those blue 7-gallon containers from outdoor stores work perfectly. Just keep them out of sunlight. But what happens when your stored water runs out? This is where water purification becomes your lifeline. The Red Cross reports that 95% of emergency kits worldwide now include purification tablets. These tiny tablets can make questionable water safe in 30 minutes. My game changer has been a gravity-fed water filter. During last summer's blackout, neighbors were paying $10 per gallon for bottled water, while I was filtering rainwater for free. The latest models remove 99.9999% of bacteria and viruses. Here's the bottom line. Water infrastructure fails first in almost every disaster. With about $60 in one afternoon, you can build a water system that'll keep your family hydrated through virtually any emergency. When the taps run dry, you don't want to be knocking on doors begging for a drink. Number 2. Alternative cooking solutions. When the power died last winter, Texas emergency rooms saw a horrifying 700% spike in carbon monoxide poisoning. Desperate people brought grills and camp stoves indoors. I actually lost a distant cousin this way during Hurricane Sandy, a tragedy that proper preparation could have prevented. Here's what actually works safely. First, get a butane stove. A 2024 consumer safety study crowned these the safest indoor emergency cooking option with proper ventilation. I snagged mine for $25 and the fuel canisters last for hours. I've cooked everything from simple ramen to full pasta dishes. Just crack a window and never leave it unattended. For longer outages, nothing beats a propane grill. The newest models from Camp Chef and Coleman include battery-free ignition systems designed specifically for emergencies. I learned this lesson when my electric ignition grill failed during our last neighborhood outage. Now I keep matches and lighters stored right next to the grill. Pro tip: stock at least 2 extra propane tanks. During extended emergencies, propane becomes scarcer than toilet paper during the pandemic. Here's a trending solution that'll blow your mind: solar ovens. These units can hit 350 degrees using pure sunshine. I was skeptical until my neighbor made an entire lasagna during last summer's 3-day outage. The latest models fold flat for storage and set up in seconds. Even on cloudy days, they'll heat food to 200 degrees, enough to sanitize water and slow-cook meals. Don't forget that dusty camping gear in your garage. Those little folding stoves with hexamine fuel tablets are perfect for heating soup or coffee. They're compact, cheap, and the fuel tablets last forever. I keep one in my emergency kit and another in my car. Remember wood-burning options too. Those rocket stoves you see on survival channels actually work incredibly well, running on twigs and small branches. During last year's ice storm, I cooked 3 full meals daily using nothing but fallen branches from our yard. The efficiency is mind-blowing. Just a handful of sticks boils water in minutes. Store your fuel properly, though. The National Fire Protection Association reports improper fuel storage caused 42% of home fires during emergencies. Keep propane tanks outside, store butane canisters in cool, dry places, and always have backup fuel before storms hit. When everyone else is eating cold beans from a can, you'll be enjoying hot meals that keep morale high when everything else is falling apart. Number 3. Emergency lighting systems. Your phone's flashlight dies in 20 minutes. Then what? Let me tell you about Sarah from Michigan. During last winter's ice storm, she relied on candles. One tipped over while she slept and nearly burned her house down. A $20 investment could have prevented this nightmare. When the Texas grid failed, emergency rooms reported a 43% spike in fall injuries from people stumbling in the dark. Don't become a statistic. Battery-powered lanterns are absolute game changers. The new LED models from 2024 are insanely efficient, some running 300 hours on low settings. I keep one in every room. The Luminade Packlight Nova just topped Consumer Reports with its 24-hour runtime on high and 5-year battery shelf life. What I love most is how it collapses flat, but inflates into a full lantern when needed. The diffused light is much easier on your eyes during extended blackouts than harsh direct beams. You need hands-free options too. Headlamps aren't just for campers anymore. When I had to fix a leaking pipe during a blackout, my headlamp literally saved the day. The newest models weigh under 3 ounces and have red light modes that preserve night vision. My neighbor Mark used his to read bedtime stories to his terrified kids during a storm. Sometimes light is about comfort as much as function. Solar is where the industry is headed. A Department of Energy study found solar-powered lights with built-in batteries can work up to 12 years without replacement. I was skeptical until I tested some during hurricane season. Even after 3 cloudy days, my solar lanterns provided enough light to read by. The latest models include USB ports to charge small devices too. Emergency management agencies now recommend solar options as primary backups because they eliminate the battery storage problem entirely. Quick battery tip that shocked me: storing batteries in the refrigerator doesn't extend their life. According to Energizer's research lab, room temperature storage in a dry place is optimal. Those expensive lithium batteries last up to 10 times longer than alkalines in high-drain devices like flashlights. I learned this when my refrigerator-stored batteries died within hours during an ice storm. One mistake I made during my first blackout: I didn't check expiration dates. Nothing's worse than grabbing your emergency flashlight only to find corroded, dead batteries inside. I now set calendar reminders every 6 months when clocks change to test all emergency lights. Light isn't just practical, it's psychological. Being able to see your loved ones' faces during an emergency provides comfort that's impossible to price. Number 4. Portable power solutions. It's 11:47 p.m. You're mid-text when everything goes dead. No lights, no Wi-Fi. Your phone clings to 12%. In a blackout, electricity becomes survival currency. Without backup, you're instantly pushed back 100 years. Power banks are no longer just airport phone chargers. The newest models pack serious punch. We're talking 25,000 to 30,000 milliamp hours. That's enough to charge your smartphone 5 to 6 times, keep USB-powered fans running through the night, and give your laptop extra life. Models like the Anker PowerCore 26800 or Solar X 42800 come with built-in solar panels, letting you recharge indefinitely during the longer outages. Keep these banks topped off and ready. One by your bed, one in the pantry, one in the car. Bonus points for models with multiple USB ports so the family isn't fighting over cables. Some newer banks have USB CPD ports powerful enough to run tablets, drones, or portable Wi-Fi routers. For blackouts lasting more than a day, you need backup for your backup. Enter portable generators. Don't let that word scare you. Today's generators are compact, quiet, and versatile. Look for dual-fuel models like the Westinghouse WEN7500DF. It runs on propane or gasoline, giving you options when one fuel is scarce. Some new entries are solar-powered or come with lithium battery packs. So quiet you'd forget they're running. These can power your fridge, medical devices, space heaters, and yes, even your coffee maker. A mid-range generator powers a full fridge for 8 to 12 hours on a single tank. Generators aren't plug-and-play unless you've planned ahead. That means storing extra fuel safely, checking oil levels, and testing them before emergencies hit. Do dry runs every few weeks. Keep logs and rotate fuel if it's been sitting too long. Always keep carbon monoxide safety in mind. Run generators outdoors and invest in models with CO shutdown protection. The trending upgrade is solar generators. Quiet, clean, endlessly rechargeable with sunshine. Companies like Jackery and EcoFlow are pushing boundaries with all-in-one battery banks that charge phones, power lights, and run small appliances off foldable solar panels. Power banks and generators aren't nice-to-haves. They're your lifeline when everything collapses. The grid might fail, but your household doesn't have to. Number 5. Non-perishable food stockpile. It's 8 p.m., everything's dark, and you open the fridge with that sinking feeling. Every fresh item inside is now on a countdown to spoil. If your pantry isn't stocked with non-perishables, you're in serious trouble. Not all non-perishables are created equal. Just because something's canned doesn't mean it'll keep you nourished or sane during a multi-day outage. Start with canned protein: tuna, chicken, beans. These aren't filler foods, they provide energy and protein when stress and anxiety are taking their toll. Add shelf-stable carbs like rice, oats, or instant mashed potatoes. Some require water or minimal heat, but with a butane stove or thermos, you're golden. Think nutrient density. Peanut butter, trail mix, and granola bars keep you full and focused. Dried fruits like apricots and raisins offer natural sugars and fiber. UHT or powdered milk adds calcium, protein, and versatility. Let's talk numbers. The average adult needs 2,000 calories daily. For a family of 4, that's 112,000 calories for a 2-week emergency supply. Sounds overwhelming? Break it down. High-calorie staples like beans, rice, peanut butter, and canned soups make it surprisingly manageable and cost-effective. Your rotation strategy is crucial. Think use and replace. Whenever you use a can or package, replace it with fresh stock at the back. It's called FIFO, first in, first out. Every 6 months, do a pantry audit. Check for bulging cans, weird smells, or missed expiration dates. Label everything clearly. Store items off the floor, out of sunlight. Keep a printed list of inventory. You don't want to count cans by candlelight during a real emergency. Many preppers are adding no-cook kits, ready-to-eat packs you can open and consume straight. Beans, crackers, jerky, trail mix, canned fruit. No heating, no prep, just sustenance. Don't forget morale food. When you're stressed, scared, and sitting in darkness, a simple cup of instant hot chocolate or spoonful of Nutella can lift spirits more than you think. The grid might fail, but your household doesn't have to. Number 6. First aid and medical preparedness. Your child's running a 102-degree fever in total darkness, and your medicine cabinet is empty. This nightmare happened to my neighbor last winter. A CDC study found 68% of Americans don't have adequate emergency medical supplies at home. That's terrifying. When power goes out, pharmacies close and hospitals get overwhelmed. You're on your own. Your Blackout first aid kit needs more than Band-Aids. Stock pain relievers, fever reducers, antihistamines, and rehydration solutions. The American Red Cross now recommends a 7-day supply, up from their previous 3-day guidance after last year's extended outages. Got prescriptions? This is critical. A shocking 2024 survey revealed 43% of people with chronic conditions ran out of medication during extended emergencies. Talk to your doctor about emergency backup supplies. Many insurance companies now cover this after the Healthcare Emergency Preparedness Act passed last year. If someone uses electrical medical devices, you absolutely need backup power. New portable battery systems can run CPAP machines for 3 nights on a single charge. Here's my personal hack. Create medication cards for everyone in your family. List all medications, dosages, and allergies. During our last blackout, my dad's phone died and he couldn't remember his heart medication name when we reached a working pharmacy. That little card was literally a lifesaver. Special considerations matter too. Diabetics need extra glucose tablets and backup insulin storage. Asthmatics need multiple inhalers. Anyone with mobility issues needs backup batteries for wheelchairs or scooters. Don't forget basic wound care supplies. Gauze, antiseptic, medical tape, instant cold packs. During a blackout, a simple cut can become dangerous when you can't properly clean or treat it. Consider a basic medical reference book too. When you can't Google symptoms or treatments, having a physical guide becomes invaluable. Remember, during extended outages, minor injuries become major problems if untreated. Don't be part of that 68% who aren't prepared. Number 7. Communication and information tools. When Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, people weren't searching for food first. They desperately needed ways to call loved ones. Communication became more valuable than gold. What's the first thing you do when disaster strikes? Reach for your phone. But what happens when it dies and there's no power for days? A 2024 Red Cross survey found 78% of Americans have absolutely no backup communication plan during emergencies. That's nearly 8 out of 10 people who will be completely isolated when the grid goes down. First, get a hand crank emergency radio with NOAA weather alerts. The Midland ER310 is my personal favorite. 6 minutes of cranking gives 30 minutes of radio time. This isn't just for weather updates. It's often the only way officials share evacuation instructions when cell towers fail. Many emergency radios include USB ports to charge your phone too. Invest in a power bank with at least 20,000 milliamp hour capacity. The new Anchor models recharge your phone up to 5 times. Keep it fully charged always. Store power banks in the refrigerator. It extends their shelf life significantly. Just remember to take them out and recharge every few months. Here's what most people miss: physical maps and written contact lists. A shocking 67% of Americans don't know a single phone number by heart. When your phone's dead, who can you call from a landline or borrowed phone? Write those numbers down now. I keep a waterproof notebook with essential contacts, meeting locations, and basic medical information. It costs $3 and could save my family's lives. The latest trend is mesh network devices like Gotenna or Meshtastic. These gadgets let you text and share GPS locations with others up to 4 miles away, completely off-grid. No cell service needed. Search and rescue teams use these, and they're becoming affordable for everyday folks. Another option gaining popularity is satellite messaging devices like the Garmin InReach Mini. Yes, they're pricey at $350 plus subscription, but they work literally anywhere on the planet. For families with medical needs or remote locations, this could be a game changer. During the Texas blackout, people with communication tools weren't just more comfortable, they were safer. They knew which shelters had space, where to find water, and could coordinate with neighbors. Set up your communication backup plan today. Test it regularly with your family. Make it a game with the kids. Blackout practice on weekend nights can be fun and educational. Number 8. Comfort and sanitation essentials. Let's discuss something nobody wants to talk about until it's too late. What happens when you can't flush? During the Texas blackout, emergency rooms saw a 47% spike in UTI cases because people avoided using bathrooms when they couldn't flush. When power goes out, your water might too. The average toilet needs 1.6 gallons per flush. Without running water, you're in trouble fast. A 2023 CDC report found sanitation-related illnesses tripled during extended power outages. Camping toilets are trending among urban preppers. These portable options cost around $30 and use special bags that trap odors and break down waste. I keep mine under the bed with 20 bags. For budget options, a 5-gallon bucket with toilet seat lid works too. Just add cat litter after each use. Temperature control is critical. During 2024 heatwave blackouts, hospital admissions for heat-related illness jumped 63%. A battery-powered fan can literally save your life. For cold weather, those Mylar emergency blankets retain 90% of body heat when used correctly. I keep one for each family member. Personal hygiene becomes challenging fast. Baby wipes become gold when you can't shower for days. The latest no-rinse bathing wipes contain antibacterial agents that prevent skin infections during extended outages. Stock up on these. They're game changers for morale and health. Don't forget feminine hygiene products, diapers if needed, and basic toiletries. Toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant. These small items make a huge difference in maintaining dignity during tough times. Here's my promised blackout hack. Double bag your trash during outages. The CDC found improper waste disposal during blackouts increased rodent infestations by 78%. A simple garbage bag system keeps disease vectors away from your home. Consider comfort items too. Board games, books, puzzles, anything that doesn't require electricity but keeps minds occupied. Stress and boredom compound during extended outages. These aren't glamorous supplies, but they're the difference between manageable inconvenience and genuine health crisis during your next blackout. Here are some extra strategies that separate blackout survivors from blackout victims. Create a family emergency binder with important documents, contact information, and your action plan. Store copies in waterproof bags. Establish neighborhood networks before disasters hit. That community in California created their own mesh network after repeated wildfire evacuations. When power and cell towers failed during the last fire, they were the only neighborhood with reliable communication. Practice blackout drills quarterly. Turn off your main breaker for a few hours and see what you're missing. You'll discover gaps in your preparation you never considered. Consider your pets too. They need food, water, and comfort items just like humans. Many people forget pet supplies until it's too late. Keep some cash on hand. ATMs and card readers don't work without power. During Hurricane Sandy, cash was king for several days. The National Weather Service predicts a 40% increase in extreme weather events this year alone. The time to prepare is now, not when warnings start blaring. Look, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. The reality is that 78% of Americans admit they're not ready for prolonged power outages. Don't be one of them. Remember last winter when that ice storm left 400,000 homes powerless for 5 days? The Red Cross reported that households with these 8 basics experienced 70% less stress during the crisis. These supplies aren't just about surviving. They're about maintaining dignity, health, and peace of mind when everything else falls apart. Your family deserves better than cold beans by candlelight while wondering if help is coming. The grid might be more fragile than ever, but you don't have to be. Start with one category today. Build gradually, test your systems. Most importantly, don't wait until you're sitting in the dark wishing you'd watched this video sooner. If this helped you think differently about blackout prep, hit that like button. It really helps more people find this crucial information. And subscribe for more practical preparedness content that could literally save your life someday. Drop a comment sharing your own blackout experiences or which supply you're tackling first. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, the best time to prepare for a blackout is when the lights are still on. I'll see you in the next one.